From high school to the pros. Welcome back to sports, everyone. I'm Chaz Messman. Gabe Ortiz has spent the past 2 seasons as the head baseball coach for Kofa High School. He's also coached at Arizona Western College and USA Baseball. But now he's making the jump up to the pros and joining the Miami Marlins organization as a minor league defensive coach in the Dominican Republic.
It's surreal. Like I said, it hasn't sunk in yet. It doesn't seem real. It might not sink in for a while. Just get a chance to work with a different caliber of player, being around a group of individuals, at the professional level. They're the smartest in the field. So I'm just really anxious to learn and to grow professionally.
Ortiz will be heading down to Boca Chica, Dominican Republic, where he will try and help young players progress through the Marlins organization. It's a major step in his career, and Ortiz has the full support of his family.
The family was supportive. They were the first, obviously the first to know and find out, and got their blessings, and they were all fired up and kind of helped. We're in the process of yeah, that's something that you should definitely go after. They're going to stay back. The first stint will be with the Dominican Summer League. So once I get down there, I'll jump in and help out where needed with that.
The Dominican Summer League is a rookie-level minor league, and Ortiz is eager to get to work with some of the most talented young ball players the sport has to offer.
Some of these 16, 17-year-old kids, their physical tools are mind-boggling. Some of the numbers they throw up, some of the things they can do, it doesn't seem like they're high school age kids sometimes. A couple of kids are up to 97, 98 in their pull downs or outfield velo velocity, so there's some numbers.
His experience coaching high school players makes Ortiz perfectly suited for this role in the development of young talent.
They're all from the range of 16 to 19 years old. So the reality is we're dealing with the same age group of people now. Granted, it's a different environment, but as far as the development standpoint, it's roughly the same, just a different level of talent.
Ortiz is also excited to improve as a coach and utilize all the resources that the organization and world-class facility has to offer.
So one thing that really was kind of a match made in heaven was their emphasis and development of strength and conditioning, along with a skill set in baseball IQ. That's something that we try to do a lot at Kofa High School. The main challenge is going to be the use of data and technology at the professional level. That's something that's implemented a lot, and kind of they use that in their player development. So that's going to be something that will be a challenge. We did use some technology here at Kofa High School, but the level of it, the extent they use it in the professional level is something that I'm really looking forward to.
Ortiz, whose son will be a sophomore at Kofa next year, plans to still be involved with the program during the off-season.
So when I broke the news to the guys last week, I did say that, when I come back in the offseason, I'm still going to go back and help move that program forward and be there as much as I possibly can.
Ortiz is already involved in Zoom calls with the organization and will be heading down to Boca Chica in the near future, where he hopes to do his part in helping the Marlins win their second World Series title.